Good morning, everyone. Yesterday we spoke about Keli, mevatel Keli meichono. When you actually mevatel Keli from its purpose, and that makes it also. What about wiping your hands with paper good? You know, it's one paper good, and then you use it in the garbage. So the minute you use it,
with what?
You use the paper good, so it was Keli, you know, and you mevatel it from the purpose. Because the minute you use it one time, it's finished. So the halacha is since that's the purpose of the paper good is to use it one time, so that's why really is no issue. Same thing also Keli chat pami, or paper good. Again, you use it once and then you can use it more. So then, since this is the purpose, that's not called mevatel Keli meichono. And because we said there's two things. First, considered boine. Second is chash of soiser. So you don't have chash of boine, there's no chash of soiser, and that's why mimatir there's no problem mevatel Keli meichon. Let's see that.
Bona and what else?
Bona and soiter.
No sense of no problem.
There's no problem not building and no problem breaking, destroying.
No thing of destroying.
Okay. So today we're going to do halachas.
It's meant to be used once and destroyed.
Since it was made to use once, it's not called not destroying, and it's not called building.
Now, if you use it 5 times, it's okay.
Yeah,
If you keep using it, it's also okay.
That's it's also okay, but then you have a problem of tvila scaling.
Yeah.
That's a side problem. What about dipping? That's a big shot. You know those paper goods. You know the pans that they use it. What happens is it several times, then you get again to the same problem. You're allowed to use it or not. Yeah. Now let's see.
Why wouldn't you be able to use it a second or third time?
No, because the minute it becomes a Keli, you have to dip it into the water. You have to do it.
You mean if it's aluminum?
Aluminum, yes.
But how about paper stuff?
There's no plastic, you don't have to.
Paper, towels,
no
all that?
plastic, you don't have to.
No problem.
No problem. Yes.
What,
Halach, yes.
wood is like plastic, right? Wood.
Yeah. Again, so let's see Siman Reish Samechei Halacha Dalet. נותנים כלי תחת הנר לקבל הניצוצות מפני שאין בהם ממש ואין כאן ביטול כלי מכנו. You have two things. When you put a plate, and it depends, yeah? If it has water, so then when the sparks flows into the plate, it covers the fire. Then there's a problem mechaber. Yeah? And that's why, yeah, says the Mechaber, אבל לא ייתן לתוכו מים, אפילו מבעוד, even from before. Why? מפני שקרב זמן קיבל ניצוצות. So we have two problems. Vata Keli meichono, since you did it before Shabbos, there's no problem. Because it's made, yeah, why? Yeah, even in Shabbos. Even you're allowed to give it in Shabbos. Because what? Because you're allowed to remove the vessel after that. There's no problem. So that's why it's not considered, the Mishnah Brurah says, not considered Vata Keli meichono. But the Eifer of the Nitzotis, that you're not allowed to touch it because that's considered Noilat. And that's awesome. So again, so we have two problems. One problem was what is the sparks. That's Mechaber. So if you don't have any water in it, there's no problem. Second part is what is the Vata Keli meichono. So we say that's not a problem. Why? Because you can be metaltal. And it's even the show that's not called bitul for the time it's not allowed. That's called Vata Keli meichono. But the Eifer, you know, like the whatever comes out of it, that it's muktzeh, and that I mean whatever was creating it from the nitzotzot, that's considered noilat, and that's awesome. Mikol Mokum says
we're talking about the candle and the plate under it, right?
Yes.
So if the stuff falls on the plate,
So
we're not worried if there's not water under it.
So
We're
there's
not
no problem.
worried about extinguishing. And
Exactly.
all the stuff that drops off of it, the ashes and all that stuff,
It's
that
okay.
is musa.
Yeah, that because that's noilat. That's
That's
nitzotzot.
no, it's born on Shabbos.
Yes, very good. Mikol Mokum says the Mechaber, mutar liten mayim bashishit, שמדליקים בערב שבת, כיוון שלא מתכוון לכיבוי אלא להגביה שמן. Sometimes in order to have I want the light to be good. So what I do, I have this small bottle, small cups, and I put oil. But the problem is, it's not so. So what I do, I put below down, I put water, and on top of it, I put the oil.
Right.
So when I put it, the lid's better. So since my mind is not really to take out the light, my mind is really that the light should be better. Should be.
Because it's up higher in the vessel.
It's just to take it high, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's much better since my mind is not really to take it off. That's why there's no problem. Yeah. Now, here. Hagoy says the Biralocha says what? That it brings another reason, because by shemen oil is no kibui at all. Yeah, because anyhow it's going to die in the end. Yeah, when the wick ended, says the Biralocha, anyhow it's going to die. Yeah. Now. And he says another thing, yeah. What happened if a sick person, if a Gentile does it, then it's allowed. That's the side of a sick person, you're allowed to do it. Yeah? Let's see the Ramo.
You're
Hagoy.
allowed to like move
To
the candle?
to put water, let's say they forgot to put it before Shabbos, and the Gentile sees it and puts it in Shabbos, so then it's allowed.
For a sick person.
Only for a sick person, yeah. She has a better light and a better enjoy from that.
Right.
Hagoy, ויש לנו אפילו מסכבן כיבוי שורי. The Ramo argues and he said even if you put water and you have in mind to take it out, it's still allowed. Why? מאחר שאין המים באין, אלא תחת השמן, לא אהב אלא גרום כיבוי, וכן הגניצון יגרומה. The Mishnah Brurah says, ויש להקל במקום הדחק על ידי קוטמן. So again, whatever you have in mind, since you don't have in mind really to close it, so that's why we say that b'diavad is muto. Yeah? Now, what about touching the menorah himself? Yeah? So, that again...
Mishnah Brurah says, Hamalaka nigmaret b'shabbat.
Which one is it?
Mabod Yom, is that the one you read?
Yeah, Mibod Yom, yes.
Yom,
Even though generally you're allowed to stop before Shabbos and then the Malacha ends during Shabbos.
Right.
Yeah? And we're not afraid maybe it'll start in Shabbos, but over here everybody knows that it's a Malacha. And they're not going to do it in Shabbos, but over here we have a Chashash.
Yeah.
That's why we don't do it. Anyhow, but according to RAMA, you're allowed to do it. What about using a watch of Shabbos? With this we're going to end. What about using a watch of Shabbos? Yeah?
Mr. Brurah worries that if people will see it, they might do it on Shabbos and not understand. It couldn't be doing Shabbos, but the Hagar said it's allowed.
The Ramo. Now comes, what about using a clock of Shabbos? You know that I've got, and when it comes Shabbos, it takes off and then it picks up. So since you did it before Shabbos, for sure, it's you're allowed to do it. Because there's no Melacha, it's like a Grome, and Grome you're allowed to do. And I want to wish everyone a good day today. Very good. We're about 70. Yes. We do that.